Welcome, my friend. Today is another recreation inspiration video. I will be bringing you 5 amazing DIYs made using window clings, and they were inspired by these 2 amazing creators, Kristen K and Crafting by Caitlin. Let's get started. For this project, I'm going to use one of these picture frames that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to remove it off the plastic, remove the backing, and remove the paper that comes with it. Then I'm going to take one of these window or actually wall papers from Dollar Tree. I'm here trying to figure out which one of these 2 I want, and I decided to go with this one with the grain. And I'm going to just measure it on the piece of cardboard that is the backing of the frame, and then I'm going to trace it there to know exactly where I'm going to be cutting off the excess paper. I removed the backing off of the smallest section on the back of this wallpaper, and I squared the corner with this corner of the cardboard. And I slowly began removing the backing as I was smoothing it out onto the cardboard. And then I just repositioned it back into the frame. I made sure to leave the glass in because we will need it for the next step. Now comes the fun part, embellishing this. I'm going to use this window clings that I got from Walmart last year. I will be using the car with the Santa and the little deer. I just think that this is so beautiful. And since this is glass, it's going to fit just perfectly and adhered perfectly since this was made for glass after all. It was as easy as removing the cling off of the paper and placing it at the center of my frame. And that's all it took. Nice and simple, yes, but still so beautiful. Let me know what you think. Today's video is part of the Recreation Inspiration. It is a challenge that we do on the 8th of each month, and we are to recreate some DIYs from other creators and give them credit for it. And this is hosted monthly by Katie from Lady Red Crafting and myself, Loli from Loli D's Creations. And our guest host is Tasha from Sunflower Tasha DIYs. The links to our channels and to their playlist will be linked in the description box below and also pinned in the comments. Make sure to head on over to their channels and to their playlist and show everyone some love. Let's get on with the next inspiration. For this one, I'm going to use this wood round from Dollar Tree. I went ahead and removed that cord from it. And I'm going to sand it down to make sure that the surface is nice and smooth for sand painting. To paint it, I'm going to use my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint. And I gave it 2 coats. Then I'm going to add some of these decals or these clings from Walmart. I love this red barn and wood. Window clings don't really attach to wood, so we are going to use a glue stick, and I like the purple one because I can tell where I put it and I don't miss any areas. So then I just place it down exactly where I want it, making sure that everything is nicely centered. And then I remove the bubbles off of the surface, and I did have a little bit of glue that seeped to the front, but I just took a little wipe and I just cleaned it right off. And we are going to continue to embellish this also with the same clings. I love the other trees that came with it, so we're going to add also some of that glue stick to the back of it. I'm using Elmer's glue. I got that from Dollar Tree. And we're going to place this on each side of the barn. I wish I would have put the barn a little bit lower so I was able to put a saying at the top, but it quite didn't work out that way. But I still love how this came out. I'm going to also add some of these little icicles, or what do they call them again? Snowflakes. I added some snowflakes to those, empty areas right here, just to give everything, a nice uniform look. Then I took this wood round from Dollar Tree and I painted it black with my chalk art paint. And while that dry, I want to seal all this in with some Mod Podge. I'm using Mod Podge Multi, and I'm giving a nice coat to the entire surface, trying to keep all my streaks and all my strokes in the same direction. I set it aside to dry, and once that was dry, that black round was also dry. So we are going to attach it to this. I put it backwards, and I'm going to add to the back of it a combination of E6000 and hot glue and attach it onto the wood round. When adding the hot glue, I'm trying to keep it like long strokes, trying to not add too much glue so I don't end up with a lot of leads through, and also not too little that the hot glue will dry and not glue before I get to put it down. Then once that was in place, I'm going to take the same hanger that came from the wood round and I just added some beads to it and reposition my hanger right back onto the wood round. If you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. And that is all she wrote for this piece. Look at it. Let me know what you think. I love it. For our next inspiration, I'm going to be using this bottle cap like metal sign from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to add to it this little deer from the window cling that I used before. Just going to add it right to the middle. There was no need for glue because it just, for some reason, it just fit just as it was if it was glass. And I'm going to also add some of the snowflakes to it as well, and all the places that had like negative space. And I'm going to add one towards the back of the deer as well. To give it more of a wintry scene, I took some of my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint and I'm going to add it on all the ridges of the cap, and I'm going to also add it a little bit onto the front of the sign also to make it look like a nice snowy scene. And I think that was just the perfect touch. Let me know what you think. It is beautiful. I love it. For the next inspiration, we will be using this sign that I got from Dollar General for $1, and I will be painting it with my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint. Then I'm going to use one of these stickers. This also came from Walmart. I think I got it last year. And I'm going to add some Elmer's glue to the back of it. And I'm going to make sure to put it in all the edges because we want to make sure that those do not lift and everything adheres correctly. Don't you worry, you're going to see some purple if you use the disappearing one. It will still disappear once the glue dries underneath of the cling, and you will never know that that purple was underneath. Then here I figured, let me try, to use my little Cricut tool there. It didn't work, just put in my hands, worked better, and there was no issues. Now that I put that down, I wanted to make sure that it was nicely sealed. So I'm adding a coat of my Mod Podge Multi to the front of it, and I'm using the gloss finish for this one. Then I decided to add a little snowflake to it. So I'm going to add this little snowflake at the corner here, right here into this negative space. And I'm doing this as the Mod Podge is still wet, so it will just seal into it. And then I just added a little bit of Mod Podge over the snowflake and brushed it in. And this is nice, huh? Once it dried, we are going to add some of this twine from Dollar Tree to it. I'm just burning off the fuzzies. And I'm going to just add a little bit of hot glue to the back of this sign to start my wrapping of this twine on the top portion of the jar. So I'm just making sure that that dries, and then I'm going to just wind it all the way around the top section of the jar until I get all the way to the top, and making sure that it is next to each other and not on top, so it has a nice seamless look. All right, and this is what it turned out like, but I'm not done yet. I figured that the purple was perfect with this purple gingham ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree during the Easter time. I'm just going to glue it right there to the middle of the twine just to break it up and to just give this a little bit more interest. So I'm just going to just glue enough to go to the other side, just glue it with a little bit of hot glue. And if you notice in here, I'm just burning off the edges to avoid any fraying of the ribbon. My friend, if you're still with me this far into the video, I want to give you a warm thank you so much for sticking with me. All right, so here I'm going to create a little bow. I'm just going to do a crisscross bow. Here I just trying to figure out exactly how much ribbon I want, so that's about the size of bow that I wanted to create. So I just cut off that section, and again I'm burning my edges to avoid any fraying. Then I did the awareness bow, as you see right there, that brought that loop to the middle, scrunched it up in the middle, and took a piece of twine and tied it right there in the middle as well. I like to burn off my fuzzies every time I use any kind of jute cord because I just feel and think that it looks a lot neater that way. And once I'm happy with what the bow is looking like, I tighten up that twine and do a double knot and cut off the excess from the back. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and share with someone who will like it as well. All right, so now we are going to slant our tails. Instead of doing dovetails, I just wanted to do a straight pointy edge on each one. So I'm just cutting them in an angle as you see right there. And I'm going to just burn off those cut edges to make sure that it stays nice and neat as well. And we're going to glue that to the very center of the top right there. And we are done with this piece. Look how beautiful this turned out. I love it. Let me know what you think. All right, this next one is so simple but so cute. We're going to take a candle from Dollar Tree. We are going to remove the tag off of it using some heat. A little bit of stickiness stays behind, but I just cleaned it with some glue gun and a paper towel, and it was good as new. Just wipe it down with a wipe after that to remove the grease. And then we're going to use this window cling from Dollar Tree, from the same that we used for the previous DIY. We're just going to smooth everything down, making sure that there's no bubbles anywhere. And look how cute. But I'm not done yet, right? I love that buffalo check green that it had on its little scarf. So we're going to use this gingham ribbon from Dollar Tree that has the same pattern. And we're going to cut a piece that is big enough to go around the top section of the candle. And I'm just going to glue it right there on the back. I'm trying to keep everything like there's a little print in the back of the candle. I'm trying to keep that in the back, and we're going to add this in the back as well. And then after this was nicely glued, we are going to add a little bow to the front as well. And just like that, ta-dan, ta-dan, this one is done too. It is so cute, guys. So simple to make, but it just, look at cuteness. Look at that. Cuteness overload, right? Let me know what you think about this one. And I hope that you enjoy all these DIYs. Always, guys, please make sure that you comment and let me know which one is your favorite. And here is the final reveal. Let me know if there's anything you would have done differently with this one. I like how beautiful that grain was, so I didn't want to add any more to it. Maybe later on I'll change my mind and maybe add a little bit of icicles. I keep saying icicles. Snowflakes to it. With this one, I would like to do another one that has the season greetings wording. And this one right here, oh my gosh, I love how cute that little deer is. It's just so amazing. I hope you enjoyed each one of these projects, and I hope you're inspired to create them on your own. And if you do, don't forget to tag me on Instagram, because I would love to see all your creations. And if I inspire you in any way, it totally makes my day. So don't be shy and let me know if you will enjoy creating one of these and show me what you came up with. My friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you would like to follow me on social media, here are my social media links. And don't forget to visit my friends in the playlist. If you would like to watch some more of my videos, here's a suggestion, and you are more than welcome to binge away with this playlist as well. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. You're amazing. Bye.